The last class under protozoa is Apicomplexa or Sporozoa. So the Sporozoa, they lack locomotory organelle. That is, they cannot move. They don't have locomotory organelle, they cannot move because they are pathogen or they are parasites of what? Of human. So number 2, they are all endoparasites. So all the classes of or the species of what of Sporozoa, they are all what? Endoparasites. They are parasites which can be found inside the body of what? Of animal. Number next is what? They are uninucleate animal. So they have what? Only one what? Nucleus. Is the only ciliata that what? They are binucleate, have 2 nucleus, which is what? Micronucleus and a meganucleus. Number next is what? Reproduction is by asexual reproduction, by spore formation. So the asexual reproduction in Sporozoa is by spore formation, and also undergo what? Sexual what? Reproduction. The cilia or flagellum may be present in Sporozoa gametes. But the matured protozoa, Sporozoa, they don't have what? Cilia or flagellum, but the gametes of what? Of Sporozoa, they have what? Cilia or what? Flagellum. So once this gamete of the Sporozoa have what? Cilia or flagellum, therefore the gamete will be what? Will be multi-gamete. The next thing now is what? Let's look at what? The life cycle of Plasmodium. Life cycle of what? Plasmodium. See, there are 4 common species of Plasmodium. Let us look at the 4 common, the full species of what? Of Plasmodium. The first one, we have Plasmodium ovale. We have Plasmodium vivax. We have Plasmodium Malaria. And the third one, we have Plasmodium falciparum. So these are the 4 common species of Plasmodium we have. Look at what Plasmodium ovale and vivax, they are the parasites of what we call Patian fever. And this Plasmodium malaria, it causes what? Quartan. quartan fever, and the Plasmodium falciparum is the one that is cause what? The common malaria. So majority of students, they used to interchange this with each other. Plasmodium malaria is the one that is cause what? Quartan fever. But Plasmodium falciparum, this is the main parasite of what? Of malaria. And we also have the what? The scientific contribution. We have like 3 basic scientists that we need to what? To understand or to know their contribution in the what? In life cycle of what? Of malaria. The malaria parasite himself was discovered by a scientist called Laveran. Laveran. So this man is the one that discovered what? Malaria parasite. He discovered malaria what? Malaria parasite. So Laveran is a what? Is a scientist that discovered malaria what? Parasite. And the second person is what? Ronald Rose. Ronald what? Rose. Ronald Rose is the one that discovered malaria and mosquito relationship. Malaria and what? Mosquito what? Relationship. Ronald Rose is the scientist that discovered what? The relationship between malaria and what? And mosquito. The malaria pathogen discovered by what? Laveran. And the third person is what? Is Graz, who discovered the life cycle of what? Of malaria. Grazi discover life cycle of what? What? Malaria. So the life cycle of malaria discovered by what? By Grazi. The malaria and mosquito relationship discovered by Ronald Rose, where what? Laveran is the person that tell us about what? Malaria pathogen. So if you look at what malaria parasite is a diegetic, that is, its life cycle complete in 2 hosts. You have primary host and it has what? Secondary what? Secondary host. So the life cycle of what? Of paramecium is completed in what? In the 2 hosts. We have primary host and we have secondary what? The secondary host. And the primary host of malaria is mosquito. Is what? Mosquito is female Anovilis must what? Mosquito. But the secondary host for malaria is what? Is man. Or you can use what? Call it what? Woman. What is the primary host? The primary host of a pathogen is a host or is a place where the sexual reproduction of the pathogen or parasite take place. So that is, in this female Anovilis mosquito, the asexual reproduction, the sexual what? Reproduction of the what? Of pathogen or of the Plasmodium or parasite take place in what? In female Anovilis what? Mosquito. But in human, the asexual what? Reproduction take place in what? In human. This primary host of mosquito or of Plasmodium is also called what? Intermediate what? Host. And if you could still remember, we all know that what? There are three types of what? Of mosquito. We have what we call what? Aedes mosquito. We have Culex mosquito. And we have what? Anopheles what? Mosquito. So these are the three species of what? Of mosquito we have. When we get to the arthropoda, you will understand the difference fully. But this female, this Anopheles mosquito, this is the mosquito that is concerned with what? Our own malaria. And this mosquito Anopheles now divided into two. We have male Anopheles what? Mosquito. And we also have what? Female Anopheles what? Mosquito. See, in two types of what? Anopheles, this male Anopheles mosquito feed on plant juice. But the female Anopheles mosquito feed on human what? Blood. See, the blood is not the original meal of the what? Of the female Anopheles mosquito. It will feed on what? On human blood and extract the protein part of the what? Of the blood or amino what? Amino acid. So the female Anopheles mosquito is feed on what? On human blood. The blood is not is what is target is what it will try to what to extract the amino acid or the protein part of the what of the blood from the blood, and it will use it is what for formation of what? Formation of egg. So you can ask that what kind of what of mosquito is feed on what? On human blood. It's female Anopheles mosquito. The male feed on what? On plant juice. But this female have interest in what? In human blood because they need blood for their what? For their maturation of the what? Or for formation of what? Of egg. But not me blood per se that the what they need to what? To produce egg is the what? Is the protein part of the what? Of the blood, which is what? Amino acid. Yes. So all this, they are introduction to the what? Life cycle of what? Of Plasmodium.